This is Stanley Siegel, Lake Hood, Alaska. We're outside of Anchorage with a party of fishermen. We're in front of this is a beaver, right?
Yep.
What is your name?
Bill Hunt.
Bill, feel lucky about today?
Well, I'm hoping we have a good time.
Are you?
Going fishing, yep.
Now, Wisconsin's a great fishing place. Why would you come to Alaska?
Well, a little something different to do once. Doing the salmon.
Right. And all right, so this float plane will fly you where?
We're going to Lake Creek.
Are you from Wisconsin?
Correct.
It's a great state. I used to live in Green Bay, which was a very nice place.
Many years ago.
Many years ago. I remember Green Bay is, I was on the news there. And I once filled up a bathtub with 45 gallons of lemon jello, and I had myself congealed in it to better understand the dark, lamentable plight of the fruits and vegetables in this country that wind up in some anonymous cafeteria. And you know, the general manager of the station had the same look on his face as you do. And that's how I got out of the news. Well, gentlemen, we thank you so much. This is the introduction to our program. Russ Weston is our cameraman, doing a great job. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, lovely day in Anchorage, Alaska, which is the largest city in the state. Has a population, what, about 250,000?
325.
320, so more than 50% of the people in Alaska live here. Just a fact that I find incredible. There are 3 million lakes in Alaska. There are 3,000 rivers. There are 1,800 islands, and there are 100,000 glaciers.
We were on one yesterday.
Which one were you on?
Donut and Denali Park.
Good for you. Thank you, gentlemen. This is Stanley Siegel with Todd Rust. We're at Lake Hood near Anchorage, Alaska. This is the largest float plane operation in the world. How much activity in and out of this lake?
Oh, it's a tremendous activity in the summertime. We've got probably 200 or 300 airplanes leave here every day.
Now, you're carrying on a great tradition. Here's a picture of your father, Hank.
Yeah, there's Hank.
All right, how many planes do you have?
We've got a total of 18 now.
18. Behind us is a...
That's a de Havilland Beaver.
This is a Beaver.
Right.
And these are from Canada, I assume.
Built in Toronto.
Right. And so the Beaver is the smallest of the line?
The Cessna 206 is the smallest. The Beaver's kind of in the middle. The Otter's the big guy.
How long you been flying?
I've been flying about 27 years now.
And you're from Anchorage?
Yes.
Where did you go to school?
I went to West High, right here in Anchorage.
Did you go to college, University of Alaska?
Actually, I went to California.
Where?
Down in Los Angeles, down to Caltech.
Oh, is it? No kidding.
Pasadena.
You're a smart guy. You went to Caltech, really?
Yeah, I went to Caltech.
And that's the MIT of the West Coast, right?
Kind of, yeah.
So how did you wind up back here?
Well, I guess the flying was in my blood.
Right.
And I did some engineering for a while, but the flying just brought me back.
All right, where are we going to go today?
We're going over to Felt Lake, which is a fishing camp we have about 50 miles to the west. We're taking a couple fellows over there for a 2-day fishing trip. I'll drop them off and come back in a couple days to pick them up.
And then where else?
Then we're going to go down to Redoubt Bay. It's an area that's well known for brown bears, so it's a pretty exciting place.
All right, beautiful day. Anything to be cautious about?
No, we've got great flying weather, and it's just going to be a fun trip, I think.
Okay, great. All right, I guess we're ready to go, huh?
Ready to go.
Let's do it. We're going now towards airspeed. With this de Havilland Beaver. More power. We're in flight. Out there, look at that for us. Isn't that incredible? Fantastic. Fantastic. My heavens. This will really give you an idea of what it's like to be in Alaska. Just a taste. Talk about a bite of a big apple, you can only get a bite out of it. What could you get out of Alaska? Here we come. Coming down. It's a float plane. Look at this water. It's just incredible. I love this. Contact. What a great landing time. God, fantastic landing. Oh boy, is this something? What a thrill. I guess we're north of Lake Hood, huh?
No, we're actually west.
We're west.
We're west.
Gentlemen, are you excited?
You bet.
God, you must be thrilled. Why, how did you find out about this place?
They told me about this particular lake, but we come up every year.
Oh, so you've been here many times.
Sure, and always have flown with Russ.
All right, so you feel lucky today? You feel like you might catch something?
Oh yeah, they say that you won't get tired of catching fish, you'll just get tired of taking them off the hook.
Is that right?
But apparently they're fairly small.
No kidding. All right, now who's the best cook among you two guys? Between you two guys?
He cleans the fish and I cook.
You tell us your recipe. What do you do?
Well, I just like to chop up some potatoes and carrots and onions and put them in some aluminum foil with that fish and throw it in the fire.
Boy, how bad can that be, huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Now, what's the limit?
Only one in excess of 21 inches.
Only one in excess of 21 inches.
In excess of 21 inches.
So these are trout.
Yeah,
Are these rainbow trout?
rainbows, I understand.
All right, we're about to come out. Well, what a fantastic landing that was. Now, the important thing is to look graceful here as you come out. And I guess these are called struts, right, Russ?
Yeah.
Coming on the struts here and on the pontoon. And gosh, just look. Is this incredible? This is Felt Lake. We're with a fishing party from Texas with Todd Rust.
We probably shouldn't go inside because all the bears been in there.
There's been a bear inside here?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see where he's been in some trash there because unfortunately.
a picture of that, don't you?
Yeah, let's go see.
Yeah, but
Nails.
Well, no, so what are these gentlemen?
watch these nails.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
So what are you guys gonna have to do? Fix it up?
Oh, we'll make do some way or another.
No kidding. There was a bear around the place or in the place?
That's what. Well, around and in, or at least poked his head in. But you see this right here?
Yeah.
This is the anti-bear
Huh.
mat. This is the welcome mat for the bear, right here.
Right. Okay, let's go inside here and see what we got.
Well, what we got is probably a mess because it looks like
Gee,
not too bad, but there's been.
you really do think there were bears inside here?
I think. Well, look at the bite marks
No kidding.
right here. I think that a small black bear probably climbed in through what used to be the wall, and has made a bit of a mess in here.
Unbelievable.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm thinking
When do you
right
think
now.
this might have happened?
It's been sometime in the last 4 or 5 days, I guess.
Incredible. So you're showing how the engine works? Is that how it works?
We just went over the operation of the outboard motor,
Oh,
and we're getting the fuel ready, and just talking about the operation of the boat.
so you put two engines on the same boat?
Well, no. Well, I've seen that before, but not normally.
Are you going to have two boats?
This is that's just a spare is actually what we recently, and we have got another boat over here as well.
Right.
If there's 4 people, we take 2 boats out.
So the idea is just to give the fish something to look at. You just keep
Right.
reeling it back in.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
And they get hot. You get a fish almost every cast.
Gee, that was a good cast, wasn't it?
And as soon as y'all turn around and taxi out, he'll catch one immediately.
You remember those old Milwaukee beer commercials on television? It was always in a place like this.
Uh-huh.
And the guy would always say, it doesn't get any better
Right.
than this, right?
Sure,
That's you, huh?
that's right.
All right, now, where do you go to the bathroom?
Well, we'll go out in the bushes there.
Just like the bears, huh?
Uh-huh. And you'll make sure you spray all over you good before you go. Take care of the mosquitoes.
Well, now, what is your greatest nightmare out there in the woods, doing your duty?
Oh,
Being discovered by a bear, huh?
well, actually, I worry about those darn mosquitoes. They're the pain.
Mosquitoes, huh?
They're bad mosquitoes, big mosquitoes. And they'll get all over you. And, you know, I hear we don't see many mosquitoes, but you step in 5 or 10 feet in the bushes and they're there.
What do you talk about?
We talked about when we were growing up as kids on the
Yeah.
farm, and our kids, and
Yeah.
how they're not as good as their their mamas and daddies. We lied, tell each other stories and stuff like that.
This kind of renews you, obviously.
Sure, we do this every year.
Every year. Well, listen, Todd, it's off. Where are we going to go now? We're going to see some bears?
We're going to go down to Redoubt Bay area, and
Yeah.
I hope to see some bears.
Good.
Yep, so
I
let's
saw 3 moose coming up while ago. Did y'all see it?
miss them. But I'm ready to go if you are, and
Sure, let's do it.
let's head down there.
Be careful. Be careful.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It was really a
We enjoyed it.
thrill, and you're going to have a great time.
When y'all get on board, I'll push you off a little bit.
All right. We're leaving Felt Lake. So, Todd, we're going out now to look at some bears.
We're trying to find some bears down by Redoubt Bay.
If you look at the, I can't imagine those mountains. Hey, Russ was saying there's a glacier over there. Is that true?
There is the Caps Glacier.
Is that way out of the way for us?
Not too far.
you think we
Probably
can
an
take it?
extra 10 minutes or so.
Do you mind if we take a look
We
at
can swing
it?
by there on the way.
Let's do that.
Sure.
It'd be a thrill to see that.
Okay.
Do you ever get tired of this?
It's wonderful. How can you get tired of this?
Of course. You'd rather not be in an office selling insurance? Huh? Come on.
No, let me think. Nope.
No.
I'd have to say no.
Well, with Charles Lindbergh, the flying he did, what do you have on board this plane that the Spirit of St. Louis did not have?
Well, there's actually a lot of things. This navigation tool that he would have loved to have had, but didn't, is certainly a great advance. Then the instrumentation and just the electronics that we have has been the biggest change. But we actually have a radial engine, which he did have.
He did have.
So there's
What does that mean, a radial engine?
radial engine is the big round engine with the multi-cylinders like spokes on a wheel. And that's exactly what he had in those days. And this engine, you can trace its history back to almost that time period.
To the 1920s.
Yes.
So fundamentally, after all, this plane was bigger than the Spirit of St. Louis.
It is
probably,
bigger,
but
yes.
not much bigger.
Not too much bigger, but...
So in a way, you're really connecting with guys like Charles Lindbergh when you fly like this.
Well, a lot of it goes back that far, sure.
Yeah. There's a fabulous shot. Look at that. Looks out about 2 o'clock. You see the Redoubt Lodge. And I guess the people stay there and hope they can find some brown bears. There's another float plane there. And we see our party over there. Do the people stay at the Redoubt Lodge?
They do. We have people stay overnight and come in just for a few hours, actually. They do some fishing, but it's primarily for bear viewing.
I mean, are they almost guaranteed to see a brown bear?
It's very consistent, so you're almost guaranteed, but they're wild animals. You never can predict from one day to the next, but it's a good spot.
But I think it's too hot to see any bears today.
Too hot to see bears? I wonder if I have any pictures of bears in my... Wait a minute. In fact, here's a picture right now, ladies and gentlemen, so you won't be disappointed. Here's a grizzly bear at McNeil River. This is not the actual size of the bear. In any event, that's what the grizzly bear looks like. And maybe we'll get lucky and actually see one for real. But that's what they look like right there. I guess there's some fishermen over there, huh, Todd?
Well, I think they're looking for bears also.
Oh, they're looking for bears too, huh?
Well, maybe they are. I see some,
Fishing line out the back.
actually, fishing guts, looks like. Fish
Yeah.
guts.
Fish guts, huh? You think it's too hot for the bears right now, Todd?
It's pretty warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They may wait to come out this evening when it cools again.
Right. Where are we gonna go now?
We're gonna go down to the other end of the lake and just check out another spot and see if we can find anything. Apparently the bears had their fill of fish this morning and have gone back into the woods for a while. They'll probably come back when it cools a bit here, but they were out several hours ago.
All right. We're looking for brown bears. You say brown bear.
I think that's a black bear.
Pardon me, a black bear. Black bear, where?
Right here. Right down here.
There's a black bear down below there. We're looking for a moose. We think we saw a moose. Look at that moose. Oh, that's a big moose.
That's a good sized one there.
Good shot. The reason that the water looks so milky, it's silt. Silt from the glacier. And that's what gives it that muddy look. We're going back to, I guess, Lake Hood, huh? All right, out the, about 2 o'clock, you see oil platforms out there. Todd, this is where oil was first discovered in Alaska?
Yes, oil and gas first discovered in this area. These are mostly gas platforms. There's some oil coming from here also. Other oil wells are inland.
What year?
It was 1953 or 55 in that time period.
The Havlin Beaver is getting into position to land on Lake Hood. This is where we started. This is where we're going to end. See, there's, this is Lake Esperanza, is that what this is called?
This is Lake Spinard.
Lake Spinard. And then there's a little canal there that connects you to Lake Hood. We're going to land in Lake Spinard. We're going to taxi through this canal. And then we're going to land in Lake Hood. And then we'll taxi over to Russ Flying Service. Another great landing. We took Phil and his brother Ken Hurley to fishing Lake Felt. About 45 minutes from here, we let them off. And then we went to Redoubt Lodge looking for some bears. We saw some of them. We also saw some glaciers. And this was a successful trip. This is Stanley Siegel with Todd Rust of a great flying family. Your father established this business coming out of World War II, and How many planes did he first start out with?
He just had one.
Had the one.
He had the necessary one, and he started his business, and it grew from there.
Is that plane still flying?
It's currently being rebuilt, actually.
What kind of a plane was that?
Piper Super Cub. Just a little two-seater.
How many planes do you have now?
We've got 18 now.
Well, listen, it's hard to hate a guy who turned his back on Los Angeles. Coming up here is fabulous. It's been a great experience, one of those peak experiences. We've seen fishing, we've seen bears and moose, and we saw a couple of glaciers, saw a lot of the panoramic of south central Alaska, and we also, of course, saw some of those oil wells coming in, too.
Yeah, we just saw it all today.
We saw it all. This is Stanley Siegel in Lake Hood, Alaska. We'll see you soon.